Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in to yet another video. I'm your host, That Dragon Guy, and today we are going to be talking about Stephen King movies, and I'm going to rank them from number 5 all the way to number 1, in my opinion, of what the best movies are. Like I said, it's just my opinion, so we're going to start with number 5. What is the least watchable Stephen King movie, in my opinion? Well, number 5 is Pet Sematary 1, 2, what the hell ever else. Now, I'm not talking about the remakes. I have not seen the remakes yet, so I cannot say anything about the remake of Pet Sematary. But I can say that the original Pet Sematary was not that scary. I enjoyed watching it, and I enjoy the idea of pets coming back to life when you bury them in a ground, Indian burial ground, rather. It's rather interesting, and I do like the idea. It's not a horrible movie, but it's not my favorite Stephen King movie. So let's move on to number 4. What do you think number 4 could possibly be? See, this is an unpopular opinion. I can guarantee you there is a lot of people that are going to disagree with what I say. Now again, we're talking about movies. I haven't read all of the Stephen King books that involve these movies. Okay? Matter of fact, I don't think I've read any of the books that involve these movies because I just haven't yet. I plan on it. I haven't. So number 4, The Shining. Like I said, it's an unpopular opinion. I know everybody loves The Shining. Everybody, a lot of people on YouTube, it's like, oh, The Shining is so scary, it's so intense, it's so this, it's so that, red rum, murder, right? No. I know it's more of like a psychological horror type movie. I understand that, but it didn't really scare me at all. Like, I've watched The Shining multiple times. I can tell you flat out, the guy did a great job portraying that character. I can't remember his name. I'll put his name down here somewhere because I can't remember it right now. But I don't care if it was like this really good director. The Shining was not scary to me in any way, shape, or form. So that's why it's number 4. I mean, it was an alright movie, but it wasn't scary. Now, I say it wasn't scary for both number 5 and number 4, but we're not going to base this list on entirely scary movies. Because number 3, it was yet another kind of psychological horror, in my opinion. And it didn't really scare me, but I liked the idea of it. So number 3, in just a minute. Anyway, number 3 is a movie that I'm not sure how many people actually saw. I know that a lot of my friends actually never saw this movie because, I don't know, they just didn't. But Dreamcatcher. It's basically an alien, like, attacks planet Earth type of movie. There's a lot of stuff to it. One guy ends up committing suicide. One guy can have telepathy. There's a good alien. There's he's fighting against the bad alien, and he seems mentally disabled. But I had an idea of one of his like lines that he always used. Hold on, we're gonna cut, and I'm gonna think about the line that the good alien used. Hold on, I'll be right back. And we're back, and now that I've looked up a couple quotes, I can tell you the name of the character of the mentally disabled kid that was actually an alien was Duddits, and what he would always say is Ister Gay, which would actually stand for Mr. Gray. Now, if you've seen the movie Dreamcatcher, you know exactly what Mr. Gray is, but as I was saying, that is number 3, because I don't know, it's a weird movie, but I really kind of enjoy it. I actually enjoy it quite a bit. And now we're going to move on to number 2. Number 2 is a complicated spot on my list because the original one, it was alright. But because of the time that it was recorded, it probably wasn't the best that it could be. But now that you think about nowadays and how it just come out with part 1 and part 2, and as of right now, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. But part 1 and part 2 of It. Number 2 is It. I really, really enjoyed the remake of It. I really enjoyed the old original It. Either one. I love the way it was broke up into 2 movies. I love the way the first one was just the childhood and the second one was part 2 and they were adults and they went back to the town of Derry 27 years later. The new remake does the original justice. It's rather good. The only problem that I have with the remake is they ended the remake in a similar fashion that number 1 ended. And I will explain why number 1 is number 1, kinda. Maybe. I don't know. But number 1, now that we move on to that part of the list, is Stand By Me. I've always thought that Stand By Me was the best Stephen King movie I've ever watched. There's a lot of good stuff. There's a part where they're in a junkyard, and the junkyard guy ends up saying sick balls. We all know what that means. I feel that would be quite painful if the dog was to actually sick balls. Now, if you haven't seen Stand By Me, don't watch this part, because I'm going to basically give a synopsis, I can't say that word. I can't say it. I'm going to give a summary. There we go. We're going to stick with that word. Summary of Stand By Me. Basically, these friends go out on an adventure. They're gone for pretty much 24 hours or a few days or whatever. And then they end up finding a dead body. That was the whole journey. They were going to this one place, trying to find this one dead kid. They enjoyed a lot of ups. They enjoyed a lot of downs. They ran across a bridge that actually had railroad tracks. And, while they were crossing the bridge, about halfway over it, a train came. Anyway, they found the dead body, they went back home, and they separated ways. And the way that the movie ends is the ripoff that the remake of It, in my opinion, has copied. And that is, at the end of Stand By Me, it ends up going to one of the main characters writing a book about his childhood and his time with his friends. It was a very good movie, and it'll get you in the feels. It's very good and very well directed. Stand By Me is one of the best Stephen King movies I have ever seen. It'll make you laugh, it might make you cry, and you will very much enjoy it. If you've never seen Stand By Me, do yourself a favor. Pick up a copy, find it on Netflix, Hulu, what the hell ever, wherever it happens to be. Find it and watch it. And I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but I was sitting there like this. I don't know why. But, as I was saying, number 1 is Stand By Me. So let's recap the list. Number 5, we have Pet Sematary. Number 4, we have The Shining. Number 3, we have Dreamcatcher. Number 2, we have the remake and the original of It, even though the remake did very well. But I would suggest watching the original and then the remake. And number 1, we have Stand By Me, if you want to have an emotional moment. I hope you enjoyed my list. If you agree with my list, please be sure to comment down below. If you don't agree with my list, comment what your list is down below. Top 5 Stephen King movies. Just write it down there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Comment down below and let me know. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget the notification bell because I post every single day and you surely want to be notified. All that being said, I've been your host, That Dragon Guy, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.